We are going to use the traditional method of maize preservation without chemicals, both as a preservative method and also a decoration for the house. If a flower came from China that looks like this maize, we will buy and put in our homes. We now want to use this particular maize that we produce ourselves and do decorations in our own house. Before you do this, ensure that the maize dries completely from the farm, so that the seeds are well matured, they are strong enough, they start drying. As you can see, this maize has completely dried. So once you store them and they are already in this stage, they can germinate. They will not decay very fast, and they cannot easily be attacked by diseases. So this our method. You ensure that it is dry first of all, then you harvest it before you start the storage. This is a nice system because the chemicals that we use to preserve maize can be equally dangerous for our own health. So please join us and let's do some harvesting. And as we're harvesting, you see we're already preparing the ground for new maize to come up. As usual, once we harvest, we pull out the stick so that they start drying fast. As you can see, the stick of the maize is still looking fresh because it's still attached to the ground, but the cup itself is dry. So if you leave the stick there, it will keep on sucking nutrient. So once we have had a good harvest, then now let's begin the step by step on how to prepare our maize decoration cum maize preservation. And this can be done in the comfort of your room. It can be done in the comfort of a balcony. You just sit and relax and enjoy some music. Once you are removing the covers, ensure that you remove them gently so that it does not tear apart. You have the option either to just leave the maize with a few covers, or you can remove the covers completely. Both ways are still fine. So you can either leave it this way or you continue removing the covers. So but we are going to remove the covers because we want to see the texture and the color of the maize, so that, as we said, they can better decorate our place. Now, this is what you have. This is what you have, and we'll do several of them. Then the next stage, now we'll see what to do. So please join us and enjoy some music meanwhile. Ensure that the maize is in good quality, because you cannot store what is already bad. Once it's in good quality, and the top here, please ensure you break it out, because if you leave this top, it attracts weevils. So you cut it out so that your maize remains without this head. So throw out the head. Now we will go into the next stage. The next stage is how to tie them so that they hang nicely. So meanwhile, it's good to do several of them. Then when we start the tying, we'll just go with the tying, and then we'll hang them in our rooms, we'll hang them in our offices, we'll hang them in just any place that we can see. It's so beautiful to see this maize being used as flowers. So let's try tying them. Now, in tying them, please pick the ones that are almost of the same weight. Once you take a very small one and you take a big one, if you tie them, it will not be balanced. But ensure that the sizes of the maize are almost the same. See, like this one now will go with this one. You see, they are almost of the same size. So watch the knot. It's just a simple knot. There are different ways of tying it though, but we are going to use just a simple knot at this stage. We twist it in between and then bring it out and then tie it again, so that we achieve a good knot. Now, in order to tie it to hold well, you hold the sides of the maize. Please ensure that you do not hold very close to where the leaves started coming from. So once you have it in this format, then you'll be ready to hang. So let's do an experiment. This is how we are going to hang it. We're looking for a best place where it can be visible, where the air can be touching it, because if it is in a damp place, it will not dry and it will start rotting. If you look at this place right behind that flower, it's a bit airy. Air comes in through that side. So we'll simply just, hang it there. And because they are of the same sizes, there is no danger of it falling. You see? Now, it's balanced because they are of the same sizes. But let's just put it up here. We'll keep on doing more and then placing them there. Definitely this place is no longer looking the way it was before we hung it. There's some change. There's that yellowness, there's that brightness that this maize has brought. Now it is serving both as a decoration right behind this beautiful flower, both as a decoration and also as a preservative method. So just look. Imagine this in your office. You are having your food there and you are also having a flower that is making the place look nice and beautiful. And anybody who comes in here, that's the first thing the person will see the way it looks. We are still going to hang more. We just experimented this so that you see as we are about hanging more. We want you to compare. By the time we hang, we want you to compare when it's just one and when there are many. So now we go into making many, so that by the time we hang them there and you look at them, you also know that there was a change here. Africa is such a blessed land. Can you imagine all this food was produced just within the house, just using the back, the corridor, just the steps of the house, of the room. When you come down of the room, instead of having a flower standing there, I just converted and planted this maize and see what it has produced. So that we are going to teach our kids that food does not come from supermarket, but it comes from the soil. It's a blessing. God is the source. We are all resources and we have the ability to produce. So we are now going to continue weaving them. As we weave them, you see, if there's any part of the maize that is showing any sign of decay or rotting, please cut it out before we preserve it. So our weaving is still in the same format. We take it in, we bring it out that side, and then we repeat the knot. Once we repeat the knot, we are careful when we are dragging it so that we do not cut it. Now it is fresh, a bit. It's dry, but it's still a bit fresh. Once it dries, it will be stronger. It will be stronger. Pardon me, I have a little cold. Once it dries, it becomes a bit stronger. So at the end of the day, this is what we are able to have. So now we'll start the process of hanging to see how we can continue decorating our place. Now let's watch. Just watch and see the difference this maize is going to produce in this area. Just watch. We have 2 hanging now. We are going to put more. As we put more, just keep looking at how the place is looking different. You see, it was green. Up was green. Down was green. Even the rail is green. But now, in between that green, we're having a kind of a yellowish kind of flour. Now, look at the way it looks. If you want to make popcorn, I just come and take one from here during the year, make a popcorn. It's not the matter of saying, let me rush to the supermarket and buy a packet of popcorn. You get my popcorn from here, and I pop, and I celebrate my birthday from the fruit of the garden. When I want to make a pap, it's from here I make a pap. If I want to make some farine, some maize flour to make food, just come and fetch few from here and grind them and make my maize flour. See the yellowing, how the place is changing. It's becoming yellowish, and this is after all the harvesting, sharing with neighbors, boiling some, roasting some, and then giving some out as gifts to people. For their birthdays, you give them fresh maize when nobody is producing maize. It's something different. So now look at the environment. Look at the change in the environment. This is my workspace. This is my office. I work in the corridor, and it is connected to Wi-Fi. And look at the difference now. If somebody comes to the office, the first thing the person tells you is, "Oh, is that maize?" And then the next thing they're asking, "Is it real?" Say, why not? It is real. It's natural maize. So we are so blessed. Please, let's transform our environment. Let's make it look welcoming. Let anybody who comes to our environment say, wow, just by using natural maize. Once you sit here and you are reading a book, you are different. You feel different. You are calm. Everything is natural. Please, let's stay connected. Thank you. God bless.